Yes, let's start. So Qt 5.6, we finally got it released last Wednesday. I'm really happy, and also I know a lot of you have been waiting for the release for quite a while. I know it was delayed quite dramatically from the initial schedules, but there's a couple of really good reasons for that. So I'm sorry for it being delayed, but we really wanted to bring you the best possible product because our idea of Qt 5.6 is that this would be a solid foundation for years to come. So we've declared Qt 5.6 to be an LTS release, long-term supported release. I'll talk about that next. But basically, we didn't want to put it out without making sure that the quality of the product is as good as possible. And then also, in terms of enabling the LTS, we did quite a much of internal infrastructure work. So we have completely changed our internal continuous integration and kind of a packaging system to our own system that allows us to do parallel releases. So first of all, it cuts down our release cycles a lot as we are able to do continuous integration and packaging at the same time, but it also allows us to do 5.6 releases as it is an LTS. We can keep doing them even though we would be releasing 5.7 and 5.8 and forward. So with the new infrastructure, we're actually able to technically support an LTS release really nicely, and hopefully in the long term, this will be something extremely excellent for you and directly reflecting to the quality of the product. Okay, so let's start with the LTS part. So 5.6 is an LTS. The previous one that we more or less had has been Qt 4.8. And the kind of a standard support for Qt 4.8 is no longer continued. And what we mean with an LTS is that Qt 5.6 will be covered by standard Qt support for 3 years from the release. So then for the non-LTS releases, the normal support time is 1 year. So that's pretty much the difference between an LTS and a non-LTS release. And of course, in case if you have a longer life cycle for a certain release and you need extended support, that's also available on a separate agreement. But by default, 5.6 is going to be supported for 3 years. And like I said, a lot of focus has been put into overall stability, reliability, a lot of bug fixes, but also there were some items that we wanted to really bring in to the LTS support before pushing it out so that they would be covered by this longer term release. The fixes have gone all around the product, but especially to multimedia, web engine has gotten a lot of cool stuff, and general graphics and text support as well. So like I mentioned, even though 5.7 and 5.8 would come out and we would be doing releases for them, 5.6 will continue to get patch releases, not just support, but also patch releases for the time of its support. But what this means in practice, that this also gives us more flexibility for 5.7. For instance, in terms of supported platforms and compilers. So 5.6 is going to be the last release to support all the legacy compilers without C++11 compliancy. So with 5.7, we're actually going to take major steps forward for a modern C++ support, C++11 and 14. And in order to do this, and in order to really leverage the modern C++ features, we need to drop out legacy compilers that do not support C++11. So in case if you are stuck with those compilers, that's okay. You can still keep using 5.6. So we will have parallel products. We will have the mainstream product 5.6, and then we will have the 5.7 and 5.8 as a parallel releases moving forward. Our regular release cycle is around 6 months, and we are actually targeting to have 5.7 out already during the first half of this year. So it would be slightly shorter between 5.6 and 5.7. Okay, let's move on to the kind of what's included in 5.6. So maybe the kind of a biggest individual feature of 5.6 is full Windows 10 support. So by Windows 10 support, we mean covering all the desktop PCs, all the tablets running Windows 10, as well as phones. So how the Microsoft kind of a developer offering works is that they do provide the old Win32 APIs, which give you the possibility for making the desktop apps, which also run on Windows 10, but they're now moving more towards this kind of removing the borders between these different operating systems, that they would have these more universal applications running on all Windows 10 devices. And they're doing that by the new WinRT developer API. And Qt supports fully both the traditional Windows 32 as well as the WinRT APIs. So what this means is that if you have an older Qt application that you've since compiled using the Qt for Windows 32, now if you want to move to the modern offering, and which would then allow you to deploy your application to the Windows Store and then have it available for the tablets and phones, the only thing you in practice need to do is to recompile the old Qt application against Qt for WinRT. So with that, you can easily migrate from the old Microsoft developer offering to the new one. Your Qt code is nevertheless the same. You're just using the new kind of a back-end implementation for those APIs. With the Windows 10 developer offering, we're also now supporting Visual Studio 2015. However, this doesn't include the Visual Studio add-in because that got kind of changed by Microsoft for the Visual Studio. So currently for Visual Studio 2015, we do not have the Visual Studio add-in, but you can use the compilers naturally. We're working on building something similar for Visual Studio 2015 as well, in case you're not using Qt Creator, but you want to use Visual Studio, so that you would get all the existing support for working with Qt projects and kind of getting your debugger to nicely work with Qt values and data types. Okay, another big item related to application development is then the full cross-platform High-DPI support. So what this means in practice is that there are all kinds of different screens with different pixel pixel densities, and especially a lot of different mobile devices have different pixel densities, but also different screens like displays have different densities. And if you move windows from one screen to another, it might be possible that with older Qt applications, they just look kind of well, they don't scale. They look ridiculously tiny, for instance. So now what we've done is we have fully rewritten the High-DPI support so that you can actually take even an existing Qt application, and there's something called a device pixel ratio now added to Qt, and you can bind that ratio to a ratio given by the operating system. Like in Apple platforms, the operating system actually gives you the ratio of the pixels on the screen, so you can bind it there so that it automatically scales. Or then the alternative solution is that you on other operating systems, you can define it through an environmental variable or within the application programmatically. So as different operating systems treat this differently, or kind of give you different starting points to this, you can it's quite you can use both of those means through Qt application. And like I said, you don't need to write your application from the scratch to make a UI that scales, but you can also take an existing Qt application, either done with Qt widgets or with Qt Quick, and you can get it automatically scaled. The scaling is not done by default, so you need to manually set your application to scale, but that's not a big thing. You can check the Qt blog for details. I have the link here. I know that you most likely won't write the address down. You will get these slides, but also if you go to blog.qt.io and you search High-DPI, you will definitely find the blog with the hands-on instructions. Actually, the third possibility that this gives is that if you want to test your application scaling without the actual physical displays, you can also manually define different screen densities to see how your application behaves in different use cases. Okay. Then Qt location, we had this as a tech preview with Qt 5.5. Now it's fully supported. So Qt location is one of those old mobility APIs that we had back in Qt 4. Well, in Qt 4 we had a combined API for GPS and maps. Now they're separated into Qt positioning API that gives you the positioning information over GPS, Wi-Fi, or textual formats. And now Qt location is the API for maps, navigation, geocoding, points of interest. And how this works is that you use the C++ or QML APIs with a certain location service backend. And we ship this API with 3 backends, Nokia here, OpenStreetMap, and Mapbox. But you can also extend the Qt location API to your own mapping service provider. So it's a completely plugin based architecture that allows you to extend it, and you can use those existing plugins as an example. So anyway, maps are fully supported with Qt 5.6. Other application development related enhancements, so not just Windows 10, but OS X 10.11 El Capitan is now also fully supported. And kind of a nice news for people using Qt widgets, our partner Wobok has done a great job in enhancing the dock widgets. So now you can actually create or do drag and drop with dock widgets. You can rearrange dock widgets that have tabs, and you can resize the size of a dock widget through program code. So that's actually a pretty cool and nice looking feature, something that we're really happy to have in the widgets offering as well. In terms of feature parity, some missing implementations have been brought in. For instance, Qt NFC finally works on Android as well. Qt positioning works on OS X, and Qt WebView on WinRT. So WebView is the API for using the native browser of the device. It's mainly used on mobile platforms where you cannot have Qt Web Engine, which is our browser engine, but you want to use the browser that's already on the device. So with Qt WebView, you get the API for including dynamic web contents through the native browser engine. Talking about Web Engine, so Web Engine is our browser engine based on the Chromium project. So it's like a very nice cross-platform port of the Chromium project, and this gives you the possibility of combining native Qt GUIs and HTML5. It's actually a really powerful feature. So besides just giving you an API for Chromium, it's actually kind of nice to work with. It's on high abstraction level. It's cross-platform, so it works on all desktop and embedded platforms. And then it's fully integrated into the Qt graphics stack. So what this means in practice is that you can have your dynamic web contents on the background, and then you can have, for instance, Qt quick controls on top of that. But as it's also integrated into the Qt graphics stack, you can also directly apply OpenGL graphics like shader code to your web contents as well, or graphical effects. You can do really nice looking stuff with native performance using the Qt Web Engine. With 5.6, we've put in a lot of efforts and improvements to it. So first of all, we, as it's based on Chromium, we've now updated the Chromium version to number 45. And maybe the biggest individual feature that has been requested earlier is the support for Pepper plugins, for instance, Flash. So now you can use them with Web Engine as well. Web Engine also respects the global proxy settings of your Qt applications, and then there are all kinds of kind of a lower level APIs added and a lot of kind of a detail level features which I'm not going to go through here. But anyway, Web Engine is a really active project for us, and hopefully serving you better and better by every release. Let's move on to the device creation part. So how about doing embedded devices with Qt 5.6? And I kind of want to give you a small background to it first. So our approach to a device creation developer offering is slightly different from application development side. So on application development side, our sort of the biggest thing working with Qt is on the cross-platform features, that when you write your applications, you're able to reach all the screens of your end user with the same code base. On device creation side, cross-platform functionality is of course important, but here we kind of our focus is on shortening the whole time to market process and facilitating the whole development life cycle. So in addition to the Qt libraries and APIs, we also want to provide convenient tooling, existing embedded solutions, all these items that make your work as an embedded developer as seamless as possible. Our kind of idea is that embedded development should be as easy as desktop or mobile development is. So one of the items that we, for instance, provide is this pre-built Yocto project-based software stack that we call Boot to Qt. The idea of the software stack is that instead of needing to set up your own software stack based on a BSB by the board vendor and then building everything ground up and then building and configuring Qt on top of that, and finally configuring your workflow to use that, we would give you all that out of the box with the installer. So that when you install Qt for device creation, you're up to running immediately. So you can just flash your device and your Qt creator is already pre-configured to work with that, and you can immediately deploy, do on-device debugging, profiling, and work with the embedded board as much as you want. And now, related to this software stack and kind of this convenience, we have now with 5.6 improved our conformance with the Yocto project dramatically. So we've actually worked a lot for the meta Qt 5 layer within Yocto and upstreamed a lot of changes there, so that in case if you already have a software stack that's built using the Yocto project recipes, now you can pull in everything kind of everything officially supported through the Yocto project, and it's kind of it's our full offering is available there. Or then, in the other hand, if you have your boot Qt stack, if you're using that, we've also built that ourselves using the Yocto project tooling, so that it's easy for you to customize your production hardware and customize the middleware to your production needs. So that boot Qt stack is not only for immediate prototyping, but it's also a good kickstart for, it's a kind of a good basis for building your own stack for your Qt device. And as Qt development is all about cross-platform and kind of facilitating the workflow, another really exciting item that we introduced is the possibility to work with embedded Linux builds with the boot Qt stack on a Windows host machine. So you don't actually need a separate Linux host device for doing your embedded Linux builds and deployments, but you can actually do everything from your Windows host if you need to use Windows for other reasons. For instance, if you have corporate ICT policy that you need to use Windows Computer for your corporate access and email, now you can also do embedded Linux development from the same machine. How that works is that we're using the Android debug bridge, the ADB tools for the deployment and for communicating to the device. So you need to install the Android tools to do to get this running. And there's actually a fresh blog post of this also available if you want to check out how to do this step by step. You can go check the blog post from blog.qt.io. Naturally, it's included in the documentation as well. With Qt 5.6, we also improved OpenGL ES3 support. So traditionally, the requirement for Qt has been OpenGL ES2, but if you want to leverage the ES3 features, it's now possible with Qt 5.6 as well. Qt Virtual Keyboard got a big update with Qt 5.6. So Qt Virtual Keyboard is a full virtual keyboard solution, so not just buttons on screen, so to say, but it's kind of a, well, it gives you full theming, so different keyboard layouts for different languages and for different input fields. We've added dynamic support for language switching. It actually supports quite many languages nowadays. With 5.6, we added traditional Chinese layout to the language list, but you can also hook the virtual keyboard into a word prediction engine. The biggest feature that virtual keyboard got was the handwriting recognition. So you can do either handwriting recognition so that there's like a separate field on the screen where you would take input from handwriting, or then you can do full screen handwriting so that your application doesn't show the keyboard at all, but you just do like in the picture here, you just write on top of the screen, and that kind of the whole screen is the input field. So that's pretty cool. So virtual keyboard was one of those features that earlier were available as a commercial only feature, but now we have, with the upcoming license change, we have actually open sourced virtual keyboard under the GPL license. So this is now also available for open source projects under the GPL license. We'll talk slightly about the license change at the end in case you missed it. Okay, with 5.6 we also have a bunch of tech previews, and I kind of want to give you an overview about these, especially as a lot of people are probably very interested in what's going on with Qt 3D. We already had the first We already had the first tech preview with 5.5, so with 5.6, it's still in tech preview. It's the second technology preview, and what Qt3D is that it's a kind of a framework or a full solution that's specifically tailored for QML or C++. So it contains a renderer, customizable renderer for you to do the pipeline you need, but it also has a more generic framework for near real-time simulations. So it's multi-threaded and it's fully extensible, and the Qt3D module itself is split into 4 modules, but in kind of a practice it's split into core functionality and then so-called aspects. And those aspects can, for instance, be physics simulations, audio, collision detection, artificial intelligence, pathfinding, and so forth. And you can actually extend the functionality of Qt3D by these aspects, and that's something that we're doing as well. And Qt3D is actually mainly contributed by our service partner KDAB or KDAB. And in case you have missed this video, you should probably go find this. This is a really cool demo about Qt3D. So it shows this Dodge Viper car model that you can interact with using Qt Quick UIs on Qt Quick UI controls on top of it. There's a nice video of it in YouTube. Well, I don't know how to. Well, you can probably find it with the special keywords, or follow the link from the slides that you'll get. But take a look at it. With 5.6, there's naturally a lot of things added, as this is the second tech preview. A lot of effort has also been put into examples. So now it should be much easier to kind of find out how to use it, what sort of cool features are included, and try it out yourself. The target for the final Qt3D is in Qt 5.7. So let's see, hopefully we'll get it there, but let's see, this is a really big beast to get out, and also, you know, it's really important module, and let's say it's important also in terms of like the kind of the future 3D user interface approaches, and we kind of want to make that to be something that can be used in real applications, not just something you can use for demos and examples, but something that would work in real life applications. So we want to make this properly. All right, Qt Serial Bus API is now also included as a tech preview. So Serial Bus itself is a generic API for bus connections and communications. And with 5.6, we've included 2 implementations for 2 specific buses. So there's CAN bus, that's used mainly in automotive for things inside the vehicle to discuss with each other. It's also used elsewhere, but that's the most common use case. And the other implementation is for Modbus, that's normally used in industry automation for electrical components to discuss with each other. But the API itself, the Serial Bus API itself is a generic one, and it's extendable for other buses. We're looking into OPC UA as well as FlexRate, that's used in automotive. OPC UA is industrial automation. But pretty much the intention is that we would have a generic Qt API and then various implementations for more industry-specific bus implementations. The final target for this is also Qt 5.7. And someone is asking that, is this requiring C++ 11? I actually think this whole API, if I recall correctly, this whole API has been written using C++ 11. So I believe this requires it, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the case. I know that it's leveraging it to some extent, but whether it's a hard requirement, I'm not sure. Okay, then few words about Qt Quick Controls 2, or they're now still called Qt Labs Controls. We haven't fixed on the final naming yet. Let's see what we decide to do with them in terms of integrating them into the existing set of Qt Quick Controls. But this is something really exciting, and I kind of want to encourage you to take a spin and try them out and give us feedback on how do they work, what would you like to see there. I mean, we are doing these for you guys, so we really appreciate all the feedback we get. But before I'll tell you what it's about, I'll tell you what's there already. So with Qt Quick, the language you use for writing your application user interface is QML. And QML is a declarative language, kind of a high-level declarative language, and itself, it doesn't contain anything else than basic visual elements. So you get text elements, rectangles, images, and these kind of items. So then in the early days of QML, if you wanted to make your UI controls like buttons and sliders, you would have to make them from the scratch yourself. I mean, it's not that difficult. It's actually quite fun to do them, but there wasn't a collection, a library of Qt Quick Controls, well, until we introduced them. So then we introduced a library called Qt Quick Controls that's built on top of QML, and that contains buttons and sliders, views, dialogues, and it also gives native look and feel on desktop, but also on Android. And this was designed mainly for desktop applications, so that you could make native looking and feeling desktop applications with QML, so that it would be easy to integrate them into other fancy QML-based stuff and like OpenGL shaders and so forth. But then again, as these were designed for desktop use cases, they're quite heavy because of the extensive styling engines and these things. And as such, they are not really optimal for embedded use cases. So if you use these on embedded, they do work. You can style them to your liking, but they are not, well, they could be more performant, and which is usually quite crucial in embedded space. Okay, then we have Qt Quick layouts as well that are, well, layout components for Qt Quick Controls. So now with the Qt Labs controls for Qt Quick Controls 2, we rethought the controls, we redesigned them completely from embedded perspective, so that they are sleek, performant, they're easily customizable, also for people making SDKs with Qt, so that if you want to have your whole set of custom controls, not just individual custom controls, but you want to provide your own controls for, like, let's say you have a phone ecosystem, and your phone ecosystem should have its own look and feel, that should be possible to do with the new architecture. Sorry. So the new controls are split into two. So first of all, there's this templates layer, so something called Qt Quick Controls templates, and then kind of as an example implementation, we're providing the Qt Labs controls. That's an existing set of controls and different styles to them. So the templates themselves aren't something that you take into use in every QML application and you define your own buttons for them. They're actually kind of a heavier mechanism. They're if you want to build your whole set of UI controls. But the Qt Labs controls, these are something really cool. So they actually give you, well, they give you a sleek set of touch-based controls with nice styling mechanism, and also a couple of implementations already. So we have added Google Material Design as well as the Microsoft Universal Design for them. So you can actually try them with mobile development already today. They're super performant, they provide nice look and feel, and yeah, they work quite nicely there. So even though it's deck preview, I suggest you take a look at them. And like I said, please do provide us feedback where to take them forward before the final release. We have some really talented engineers in Oslo working with these, and they're really excited about doing this stuff. So I'm sure they're happy to hear the feedback as well. Okay, finally, a few words outside the actual tech contents. I want to promote a bit about our startup licensing tier and also give you a reminder of the upcoming license changes that were announced a few weeks ago. So if you missed the news, we finally announced and made available with Qt 5.6 the startup tier for Qt for application development. So what it means is that Qt for application development, which is the product that you can use for cross-platform application creation. So all desktop platforms, all mobile platforms, that product is now available with full commercial license with a reduced price for startups and small businesses. So we really want to cater all those, you know, rising stars and kind of enable the best innovations with the best tools. So we want to give all the startups the best tools and the full license to grow and to, yeah, we want to enable all those star stories. So the startup licensing tier starts as low as $49 a month now. It's a limited time introduction offer if you buy a full year subscription. So there's a code startup intro, but you can see it from the web page as well. How this works is that you can go to q.io or directly q.io/startup plan, and you can buy the startup tier license directly through the web shop as self-service. Just input the code there, and you will get it for the first year. You will get it for $49 a month. It's also available for a month-to-month subscription for $99 a month in case you don't want to commit for a full year. So that's available now. You should go check it out if you're eligible. So in case so what it means to be eligible, your company needs to have annual sales revenue under $100,000. Yeah, but that's there. The other news was related to the upcoming license change. So we announced earlier this year that we are going to introduce some changes to our future open source licensing options. I won't go to all the details of this, but as a short summary, we're upgrading from LGPL version 2.1 to LGPL version 3 for the libraries. For the tooling, everything is going to be licensed under GPL, which you can still use with the LGPL libraries as well. And then we're open sourcing a lot of new components that were formerly closed under the, sorry, this is under LGPL, that's wrong. We're open sourcing them under GPL. There's a typo there, that's my bad. But anyway, these changes are going to be finally in effect with Qt 5.7, so they're not affecting 5.6 yet. But basically, everything we're doing now onwards is done under the new licensing scheme. Someone mentioned that 49 offers should cover the 5.7 packages as well. Well, if you start the 49 offer now, you will get, that will still contain 5.7 when 5.7 comes out for sure. But about these licensing changes, in case you missed this, you should go check the blog post with all the details or see the related licensing FAQ. Okay, as a summary, with 5.6, it's an LTS long-term supported release, 3 years, and we're going to keep continuing to do patch releases for it in parallel to the forthcoming releases. And because of this, the forthcoming releases will require C++ 11 for the compiler, so we're moving onwards with modern C++ with them. 5.6 has full High-DPI support that you can use to automatically scale even existing Qt applications as long as you configure your application to use it. Full Windows 10 support, so you can migrate from the old Windows offering to the new one and put your application to Windows Store. OS X 10.11 is supported. Qt location, meaning maps and navigation, is fully supported. Qt virtual keyboard does handwriting recognition and traditional Chinese. Yocto project is now improved, so the Yocto meta layer, the Yocto Qt 5 meta layer should now be up to date with all of our offering. And you can use Windows host machine to work with embedded Linux development. So then some tech previews. Qt 3D has moved along a lot. There's a second tech preview. Qt Labs controls that are really cool for embedded and mobile development. And then serial bus also for CAN bus and Modbus implementation. Having said that, we've also deprecated Qt Script and Ngenial and removed Qt Quick 1 and Qt WebKit. Okay, there have already been a lot of questions that, okay, I still need to use Qt WebKit. Will it work? Yes. Qt WebKit still compiles with Qt 5.6. We just we don't ship it with it, but you can download Qt WebKit source codes that compile with Qt 5.6 and manually compile it. But it's really not only deprecated, but we don't even ship Qt with WebKit. So we're fully focusing on Qt Web Engine, but Qt WebKit is still available there for compiling yourself. Okay, small teaser on what's going on, what's happening next. There's actually a really nice blog post also on our roadmap for this year, so you should go check that out. But like I said, we're moving towards supporting modern C++ and also removing old compilers in some platforms with 5.7. We're working on state chart support, SCXML, working on over-the-air update architecture, and then a lot of these tech previews and new APIs, so Qt 3D, Qt Serial Bus. There's also something called Qt Speech in the works, that's speech recognition and voice to text. Qt Wayland Compositor. Qt Wayland Compositor is actually available as a source code package already now for embedded development. So that gives you the possibility to do your own compositor using Wayland with Qt API. So it's a really nice, you can do multi-process devices with Qt. That should be available under source code distribution with 5.6 device creation. And then the labs controls are also kind of be finalized. And kind of a longer term item that we're working is making Qt configurability better so that you would kind of configure it more lightweight for lower level devices. That's kind of a longer term research project. And then, of course, I mean, we joined the Kronos group. So let's say that Vulkan and all these future graphics approaches are in the big focus for us, as well as kind of a 3D GUIs and kind of a future of user interfaces in general as well. That's something in a lot of our under our focus. Okay, with that, naturally, if you haven't done it already, go get Qt 5.6. just q.io/qt5-6 or qt.io, and you'll find it from there. Now, if you have questions, you can keep them coming to the Q&A panel, and I'll try to answer them. Or if there's something that I missed, you can also send me an email here, and I'll try to find an answer for you. With that, I thank you for joining the webinar, and enjoy Qt 5.6, and have a perfect day or afternoon or evening, each and every one of you. Thank you.